Being able to make content like this now has been such a game changer, and I'm aware how cringe that sounds, but let me run you through this scenario real quick, and you can be the judge. Hey client, here's that new illustration you were asking for. Oh, thanks! Do you think you could actually rotate this and make it move? It's a 2D illustration. No. A little silly, I know, but I wanted to show you how crazy the software really is. So for this video, we're gonna dive in and actually build something. Let's do that. We're here in Adobe Project Neo on the home screen. What I wanna do first is select Create in the top right-hand corner. That's gonna take me into a new blank document where I can get started. Let's go ahead and rename the document. You'll find that in the top left corner. And then I wanna pay attention to this right-hand panel. So we have Artboard where I can turn the frame on and off. We'll leave this off for now. And then I can change the background color, so let's change this to white. Next, you'll notice we have a platform and a cube. This is actually gonna be a really good start, so we'll keep these for now. So right now, we're in the realistic style, but I'm gonna change this to vector art. This is gonna fit the illustration style that I'm going for. You'll notice I can change the outline color and the outline thickness. The color's fine, but let's drop the thickness down to 1. All right, cool, we got all that stuff out of the way. Let's actually start building now. So I have this cube, let's select this. You'll see a bunch of different things pop up. So I have all these arrows. These arrows actually allow me to drag this and move it. So that'll be really useful when I need to put things in certain places. And then you'll notice all these little squares. So these are actually going to make this bigger or smaller, this top right hand one. And then these actually extend. So the ones on the left and the right will extend the shape. So that's all you really need to know. So what I want to do is extend this up. It's going to be taller than it is wide, something like that. And then we're going to make the overall size a little bit bigger. So let's make that a little bit bigger. We'll take this arrow, move this up. Now it's a little bit too tall, so let me change that. Cool, and I think that'll be good for now. So what I can do next is I can select A on the keyboard, and that's gonna bring up this direct selection tool. So now we have these little handles to where I can roll this in, kind of like Bezier curves, and then I can roll this down right here, and that'll give me a nice smooth look. All right, cool, let's change the color because I'm tired of looking at white and gray. So we'll select this shape, and then I'll come over here to appearance, so we can do shaded, which would be fine. We could do some type of like light blue. Or we can actually do split, which I like. So we've got our body color, highlight color. I'm gonna make the highlight color the same color as the body color. And then I'm gonna turn the shadow color a little bit darker. So maybe something like this. All right, let's start making some more things. Let's duplicate this shape by doing Command or Control D. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. And I don't want this one to be rolled, so let's change that. And then let's make this a little bit thinner. And we're going to change the color on this one again. So I'm going to change this back to shaded. I'm going to do like a gold maybe. It's like a yellowish, orangish gold. And then again, I'll change it over to split. I want the body color and the highlight color to be the same, but I'm going to change the shadow color to a little bit darker. So let's grab another shape. We're going to grab the cylinder over here in the left column. And I'm going to snap it. So you see these little dots right here? This actually allows you to snap, which is perfect because this is going to be directly in the center. And then we can move this in. So grab that arrow, move it in a little bit. I want it to be a little bit wider. Doesn't need to be this long, so let's make it a little bit more narrow. Perfect. I think that'll be good. A little bit thinner. And let's go back to color. Let's make this like a pink color. So I want it to be like a light pink, something like this. And again, we're going to go back to split. You guys should start seeing what I'm doing here, right? It's kind of repetitive, but that's how design goes, right? Let's make this a little bit darker, something like that. Cool, I'm happy with that. All right, so we're gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna do Command D. I'm gonna move this out a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. Now let's turn the camera around because I can't really get a good view of what I'm working on. So I'm gonna right click on the mouse. Let's move this a little bit more. And then I'm actually going to select A again, and I'm gonna roll this in. And then I'm gonna make it a little smaller, maybe zoom in. Zooming in is just scroll wheel. So now I want this to be the same yellow color as we have as the base. So I can actually click on the base and I can select copy material. And then I can click on this little nub right here and I can do paste material. And now it takes on that same color. So it saves me a lot of time. Let's duplicate this one more time. A lot of duplicating here. You'll get used to it though. And I'm gonna make this smaller. I want this to look kind of like a screw, right? So we'll have it, I don't know, something like that. We'll grab this pink color because that's the color I want it to be. We'll copy that material, and then we'll go ahead and we'll paste this material. So now we have like the start of this little lever. So let's grab the cylinder tool again, and I'm going to snap it. I love the snapping feature. It's so convenient. All right, let's move this in place somewhere like here, and then I'm going to extend this all the way up. So it's a little fat too, so let's make it a little bit more skinny. Let's extend this up, something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is whatever we want it to be, right? So let's move it down. So now let's change this to white. Great. And I'm going to do split again. And then I'm actually going to change the shadow color to like a pink, which is going to be really weird. You'd be like, why are you doing that? But that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. It helps the overall aesthetic. And I'm actually going to use the eyedropper tool and get that same color that we have right here, that same pink. And so the last thing we want to do is add the little ball. So we'll grab the sphere, pop it right on top. Let's make it a little bit smaller. All right, cool. I think that's good. And again, I'm going to copy this color from the yellow. I'm going to paste it onto the ball. This is why it's really nice to establish a color palette early, because it saves me so much time in actually doing colors. Cool, so now we have the little handle of the slot machine. So what I want to do next is I want to add the little slots, right? So we're going to grab a cylinder, and I'm going to rotate this, and I'm going to hold shift. That'll move it in 45-degree angles. Make this a little bit more narrow, and I'm going to move it inside of the box. So this is going to be the same color as this handle. It's going to be that white color, so I'm going to paste that. All right, so this is the overall idea, but what I want to do is I want to get all the little items in here. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to go into Adobe Illustrator. So here I have all these little icons, right? So I'm going to take Instagram, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it. So now I have the Instagram logo. I can take this and I can actually put it onto my little cylinder, something like this, make sure it's the right size. I'm going to put it inside like this, and then I'm going to change it to color actually. So now if you see, it takes on, it looks like it's printed onto that cylinder, which is great. So we're going to do this for all of these icons. We'll do this for Facebook next. All right, so now we've got all the icons on this wheel. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to group it. So just Command or Control G, and then we're going to put this back in place. And you're probably thinking, Caleb, why would you do that? You're not going to be able to see them. They're inside of there. You'll see the magic here in a minute. So I'm going to duplicate this. We want 3 of them, right? Because that's what a slot machine looks like. So we've got all 3 of these. Perfect. So let's get these kind of equidistant and put them in the middle. So now let's add some accents. I'm going to actually duplicate this little blue box right here. And I'm going to turn off the rounding. I don't want the rounding. And I'm going to change this to the same color as the platform, or as the handle. So we'll copy this and let's paste it. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Let's move this up. And we're going to change this to color. See what this does? This adds a nice little strip right here. Gives it some character. And we're going to duplicate this. I'm going to group this. And I'm going to duplicate it again. So now we can move this up here. So now we got some nice little accenting, right? Looks a lot more intentional. All right, let's start adding some of the stuff on top. So again, we'll place this little cube. Let's move this down, maybe something like this. I'm actually going to duplicate this and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to move this one up to the front. So now I'm going to grab my cylinder, pop that on here, move it down. I'm going to duplicate this, move it up. I'm going to do the little rounding trick again and add one more little thing. Okay, great. So now we're really starting to look like a slot machine. So let's go back to Adobe Illustrator. I have this little icon right here, this little heart icon. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. So now we have this here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change the color of the heart so that'll be pink. I think that makes sense, right? And then I'm going to grab this little heart right here. I'm going to extend it because I want it to be on both sides. And I'm going to place it right on top of this little stick. And so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both of these and I'm going to use the Align tool. What's nice is I can actually duplicate this object. So this is what I like working in Neo for because it's really cool. I can take these objects and I can just duplicate them a bunch and it makes it look like I spent a lot more time illustrating than I actually did. And maybe I want another one. And then we can do the same thing with this little like button one. All right, so now I need another cylinder. Let's take this one right here. And so now we're going to put some text on it. So I'm going to grab my text tool, pop it right here, and we want this to say winner. And you can have some fun with this one. You can make it whatever font you want. I've been using Soap. I think I'm kind of addicted to this font right now, but that's okay. Change it to flat. Let's make it black. And let's change this to color. See, so now it takes on that shape. All right, let's duplicate this. And again, I want to do this 4 times. Cool, so now it says winner all the way around. So let's grab all of these. And now we're going to place this right in the middle. So now I'm going to move this layer down so we don't get the text on the purple layer or the pink layer. So there's more accents that I put in my illustration. I had some buttons here and a bunch of different other elements. But for the sake of time for this video, I'm actually going to skip some of that. So we'll just put a little placeholder here right now. and you get the point. But what I want to do is I want to start making some of that magic happen. Let's get some of the animation going. I want to show you how cool some of this is. So for the first thing, I want to make this little lever move. So I'm going to grab all of these and I'm going to group them. And then I come over here to motion and I'm going to do a wobble. And so we're going to have this, we're going to turn the amplitude up so we can really see what's happening. And then I'm going to have this do it on the Y axis. So I think that's a nice little cycle right there. I'm happy with the cycle time, the phase, and amplitude. I think that's great. So I'm going to stop this for now. And so now let's do some more. So let's make this little heart move. I think that'll be fun. We're going to go back to motion, and I'm going to do a spin. And so that's moving on the wrong axis. We want this moving on the Z axis, right? And so now that looks like it's a little marquee just moving. Perfect. So let's get to the really cool ones. I know the ones you're curious about. Let's change these little rollers. So we're going to change this to motion, and we're going to do a spin again. And look at that. Just like that, we already got the motion going. I'm going to make the cycle time faster. So maybe let's do like 2. I think that looks good. So let's add that same motion to all of these. I want that to be 2. And then we'll do it to this one as well. This one I'm actually going to do reverse direction, so it goes the opposite direction. And so now it looks like a little slot machine. Pretty cool, right? And so let's do the same thing with winner. Let's change this to motion, spin, and let's change the cycle time. So now it looks like it's actually rolling, which is pretty cool, right? And so I'm doing all this live. I can actually edit it while it's doing motion. It's really incredible stuff. It honestly is. And just to show you, like, it can actually change the style. Let's go back to realistic. And let's turn this background color like blue or something so you can really see. But we can do it in this realistic style too, and we've got all the motion. Really sick. So obviously there's a little bit more that I added into my final illustration, but this YouTube video should be a good tutorial to show you how I got here and how you can keep going. And I would encourage you to maybe add a little bit of flair and change yours up a little bit. Well guys, that's all I got for you. If you like this video, you already know what to do. Until the next time, peace.